Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for Corey. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random topics like this, tier list, ranking, video game playthrough, playlist, playing a game for an hour, full playthrough, whatever the case, something random, feel free. PayPal's the best way to do it. Do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And this is for, like I said, Corey, who wanted me to go into a bit of talk about Jason Goes to Hell and some questions about it, which that's fine with me. Before I get into his topic, just sort of a setup for those who don't know, Jason Goes to Hell is my favorite film in the Friday the 13th franchise. That was one of the first ones I saw, so you could say nostalgia, heavy case of nostalgia plays a part of it, but growing up with that one being pretty much the first entry, I had no, oh, this is not what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to have a story like this. You're not supposed to go in this direction. So I saw the film and went, wow, this is like a good sequel to The Hidden. It was gory, it was violent. I liked some of the characters. I liked the way it was directed. It was fast paced, under 90 minutes. Especially the unrated cut. There's a really good gore and nudity. I'm like, this is a fun slasher with supernatural elements. But anyway, this is not a review of the film. But I always enjoyed the film. Saw it on VHS, unrated, then the DVD, and then eventually the other releases. Now, I actually have someone that made like an extended version where they put like the deleted scenes into the uncut version. So I have that on my computer. I haven't watched that yet. I've seen the deleted scenes before, but anyway, the topic is Corey asked, how would I rank the characters that get possessed by Jason in Jason Goes to Hell based on these areas? 1. How would you rank the kills by each individual? 2. Which ones do you think captured Kane Hodder, his mannerisms the best? Which ones do you think were the most vicious or badass? And which one would be the least you would want to run into? Other than Kane Hodder's Jason, I assume. So, yeah, that's one thing a lot of people really hated is the possession angle. I mean, hell, Freddy was possessing a body all the way back in Elm Street 2. Well, to be fair, a lot of people didn't like that either, but I liked that film. But there they did it at part 2. Here, at least they waited till part 9 to do it. But yeah, I like both of those movies. But, okay, how would I rank the kills by each individual? Well, the 4 people that get possessed are the coroner, Phil, which the actor is Richard E. Dant. He's the guy who was at Rocky 5 as Duke. Touch me and I'll sue. Only in America, like trying to be Don King. But there's Touch Me and I'll Sue. So that's Richard E. Dant. He's been in quite a few other films, but I always liked him as an actor. He was my favorite. I'll just say that. Then, eventually, you get to the deputy, Josh. That one of the scenes I don't like, I agree with people, is the stupid shit with him shaving the mustache off the deputy before possessing him. I know the director's like, well, I did it because you're still mentioning it. I mean, yeah, but if Jason took a dump in a fucking ditch and someone saw him and he did his look with his pants down and you see his trusty old dick, we'd all be thinking about that too, Sally, but that wouldn't be a good scene or a good memory or a good moment, would it? So one doesn't mean the other is what I'm getting. But that scene should have been cut out. That's a stupid fucking scene. But so there was him, and he kills the relative, Diana. Damn, I forgot her name. Was it something Roger? She was in Buck Rogers back in the day. I can't believe I forgot her damn name. I got a computer here. Why don't I just look it up real quick? Erin Gray. All right. Yeah, she was a Buck Rogers, so Erin Gray. Throws the little knife spear thing and gets into her back while the lead guy's holding her. So there's that guy. He's not in it for too long, and then he possesses Robert Campbell, the reporter who's going out with the lead guy's ex. And he's trying to do this thing where he's trying to do this big story at the Voorhees house, and then I went back and fucked the daughter. Real scumbag. He just possessed, I would say he gets the most screen time. Possessed. He probably has most of the body count. And then the last person is that Officer Randy, the guy who's friends with the lead character. I think in real life he's the brother of the director. I don't think he kills anybody. He kind of just arrives. You don't know if it's him or not. And then, yeah, he doesn't really kill anybody. So he's not in it too much. So, like, he has the least amount of screen time. So it's really among the first three. But, like, to answer your questions, well, let me answer the other ones first, because the first one will take the longest. Which one do I think captured the Ken Hada mannerisms the best? And the most vicious, badass, and one you at least want to run into? All three of them are the same answer. I'm not doing that to be lazy. I'm doing that because I really feel that the first, the coroner, he was... I thought his mannerisms, like his face, like the way he would walk, and the way he would... like, he felt like a hulking figure. Of all the people possessed, he had the same body size as a Kane Hodder. So he's the one that is a much bigger, hulking figure. And I would say, like, face-wise, like certain mannerisms. Even when he's got the guy tied down, he's shaving, he has these kind of looks on him. Like to see maybe Kane Hodder doing with his face. Just him behind the hockey mask. So I would say he had the mannerisms. He'd be the one I at least want to run into because of how tall, big he is. The others, like, let's be honest, the other two, the reporter guy and then the deputy, Officer Randy, they don't really have much of an intimidating look to them. And then, what was the other one? The most vicious badass. Again, I would choose Richard E. Gant only because he has the best kill. The other guy, Robert Campbell, he has the most kills, but I thought the coroner had the best kill, which is in the tent where he puts the fucking thing through, rips it open, and the woman becomes a wishbone. That is easily the best kill in the movie. Hell, I would argue that's the best kill in the entire franchise. Because there's a lot of kills I do like. That's one that always comes to mind, though, which is how vicious and gory. Like, ooh, shit. At least in my eyes. Now, you said to rank the kills by each individual. I would say the best kill was that person killed by the coroner, where she's in the tent. I think her name is Deborah, and he puts like the spike or whatever, and she becomes like a wishbone like that. That, again, that's a pretty vicious. I think it's like from here up to like here, so kind of like that. Kind of like you would see later in John Carpenter's Vampires, when the vampire does that and the hunter kind of does the same thing. Only this did it before that. So I thought that's the best kill in the movie. Then I do think that the next three kills, I go with the reporter. Because the second kill I like the most is the lady, the bitchy lady that owns the diner, Joey B. Jason does this thing where he does the elbow as Robert Campbell does, and her chin's pushed right in. You see that reveal that you see, ooh, that's just power. Just push the chin right into her fucking face. That's something I rarely see. That it took me, took me like, oh shit. Especially, I mean, I first saw this probably, it came out in 1993, so I was probably saw on VHS like 94, so I was probably like 11 years old when I saw this. I went, oh shit, I hadn't seen a lot of death scenes like that before at that time. Number 3, when the two officers get their heads bashed together, just I like the sound effect, and then the aftermath where you see all the blood on either side. I think that and the sound effect really got me. So that would be my third favorite. That was done by Robert Campbell, the reporter guy. Number 4 would be the guy who tries to stop Robert Campbell in front of the diner and catches him and breaks his arm, where the arm goes like... That always got me too. That reminds me of The Fly, the scene in The Fly remake. And that always like, ooh, shit. That always got me. That always got me. So, I thought that was really effective. I mean, I think the rest of it is like pushes him against the glass door or something, but that part of it is what got me, and that was very effective. So, I would say that was my 4th favorite. Number 5, I would put the other coroner that gets killed by the dude from Rocky 5. Because it's the aftermath where he does the thing with the probe, and it's the sound effect. It's the reveal, though, where you see that he's pressed the face so far that it's been like fucking Play-Doh. Pieces of the face are now like this. I don't know how to put it. Like that's how turned to human Swiss cheese, or string cheese, I should say. Fucking human string cheese. I remember that being like, ooh, effective of a reveal. So, then I would go with the one girl killed by the Robert Campbell, who she tries to fight back in the diner, but then he stabs her with the spear. As the grab of the head, the push, and you see the little explosion at the top of the head, like the brains pop out. That's where it really sinks in. That little exclamation point makes that death scene a bit memorable. So, which I know was cut out on the R-rated version, like a lot of stuff was. But that one I definitely will put up next. Then the guy Shelby, the guy who just drowned and burned in the deep fat fryer. I think because when you lift he deep fries the guy's face, lifts it up, you don't see it for too long. Maybe some would say that's a good reason. And it's kind of put on top of like the stove or whatever. But it goes by a bit quick, so I can't see it as long as I maybe wanted to, but I did see enough to still make an impression. And those are more the gorier deaths. The other ones you don't really see a whole lot. There's when the 3 that go camping, there's the girl that's cut with razor by the coroner. You just see kind of the razor doing this. One is the guy in the tent, you just hear his head get crushed, or where that'll happen in the tent. There's the girl that gets the car door slammed and it hits the neck. I guess after the deep fat fryer guy, I would say the next kill I would put after that would be Aaron Gray. Just because It's not violent, gory, but I like that actress. I thought for the little bit of time she was in, she did a good job as the mom of the lead guy's ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, however you want to put it. A little bit of emotional quality to the death. So I'll put her, and then I'll put the others. Because like the others, you don't really see a whole lot. I mean, they're I guess I would put the car door slammed because at least you see that little insert of the head or the door hid in the neck. I guess the girl getting cut with the razor and the guy's head crushed, even though you don't see anything. There's the one cop who kind of gets slams his head against the locker, I guess, during the police station scene. But I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. So yes, I would say that the reporter Robert Campbell got the most kills, and he got listing the kills. The second, the third, and the fourth, and the sixth and seventh favorites. But Robert E. Gant, the coroner, the guy from Rocky V, he got my favorite kill. I liked his mannerisms, his look, his big stature the most. Even before he was possessed, I probably liked his character more than some of the others because I liked what he's like, this guy's deader than shit. Actually, strike that from the record. And I mean, I gotta give it credit where, okay, this script has me what? I gotta eat a heart? But he committed to it. Okay, I'm going to do this. And if you don't do it, might as well do it with gusto, and he did. And even like Kane Hodder and the other guy who were outside the room, they did kill, but that's aftermath. So you don't really see anything. Maybe I put that after the Aaron Gray death just because just the fun novelty of technically Jason. Kane Hodder got killed by Jason. So, there you go. But yeah, Jason Goes to Hell. I don't know what happened to that documentary that was supposed to come out. They said, oh yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it'll be coming in like another year or two. And like I said, I know there was a director on it, and then he left, got fired, whatever that happened, and then I think Michael Felsher came in to finish it up. So there you go. But yeah, I always enjoyed the film. I like John D. LeMay as the lead. Even in retrospect with the other Friday the 13th films, I like that there's a different variety of kills. I would say some of the more gorier kills, because a lot of Friday the 13th got cut up by the MPAA, and not a whole lot of them have true, definitive, unrated cuts. Part 7, The New Blood, I mean, I have a uncut version, but it's a VHS looking, rough quality version, but a cleaned up version of Part 7 uncut, you'll never see. Same with Part 5. Part 4, I don't know a whole lot was cut, because it's pretty violent. Part 2, a fan put some of the deleted scenes back in, so technically you can find it online. Which I don't know why they didn't just fully release that. Instead of, oh, here's some deleted scenes. I'm like, a fan put them all together with the sound effects and stuff in it. So why didn't you just release it uncut? I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of... I don't know why, to be honest. I'm trying to think... I guess technically the first one's out there uncut, although now a whole lot was added back in. Part 8 sucks, but I mean, it's still a cut version. Same with 7, although I like 7. So, yeah, that's the thing. It's definitely one of the more violent, gory. You got nudity in it, some nice looking nudity. With like pretty much a softcore sex scene in it, in that tent scene. At least compared to some of the entries that have very little, if any. Like, I don't think there was any nudity in part 8. Was there nudity in part 7? I don't remember if there was. I don't think there was in part 6. That'd be a thing to delve into. Part 5 there was, of course. Man, was there nudity in 6, 7, or 8? I can't remember. Can't remember. So people would have to remind me. But yeah, there you go. That's my thoughts on the subject. Thanks for watching. Take care. Like I said, always enjoy Jason Goes to Hell. Sorry, my mind drifted. Thinking of TDs. So there you go. That's why. Oh well. And we will see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.